Secretary General of the World Food Conference, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to attend this World Food Conference and speak in the capacity of the chief delegate from the Republic of Korea. I would like to take this opportunity to offer my congratulations to you on your election to the presidency of this conference.
चले जाओ एकदम चले जाओ कौन लेके जाओ बाबा ये
अरे धान पा लिया क्या इनके
बहुत फैन आता है सात रोज
हाँ आरो 7 रोज चलेगा
इसमें दीजिए ना गेहूँ डाल
ढेली पर तरफ पता रहे
और डालो ना
ढेल दे
वो ढेले
बस मिक्स कर दे बस जल्दी फोटो फिर
जा लगा मास्टर कैसे करते हैं ए बार
खाने जा आगे से जा आगे से बस बस अभी तो एक ही आँख है ये
एक ही आँख है,
एक ही आँख
हमसे पीछे हो गए, आप आगे होने चाहिए।
भाई आप
this is Orissa, big state, not a very wealthy state, drought up in the north. They've got a problem, people dying, but, you know, relief coming in and so on and so forth. What does the government think? Here is Mr. Swaminathan, or here is, you know, the local Orissa.
Well, from 1967-68 onwards, our food production went up steadily, as you said, up to 108 million tons. And there was all-round optimism that the sustained agricultural advance could take care of the demand, increasing demand arising from population. Of course, we have ourselves never subscribed to the term Green Revolution, which was probably invented, according to newspapers, by Mr. Gard of the USAID as early as 1970. In other words, just 2 years after the wheat advances started taking place. But nevertheless, there was a significant technological advance, and it was hoped that by matching the technological advance with a proper package of services and a proper package of public policies, like a remunerative pricing policy, purchasing policy, and so on, agricultural growth can be sustained. And the optimism in 1972 was also based on the fact that we had nearly 10 million tons of food grains. We could take care of a very large number of refugees from Bangladesh, supply some grains to Bangladesh, and so on. But then came the unprecedented drought. And with a country with 570 million people, you can't just imagine how fast the food, whatever the size of the buffer, it just disappears. I would therefore say that self-sufficiency is a concept in terms of one can never be self-sufficient in every year. But all that one could do is, in good years, try to build up enough buffer stock for a bad year, so that with marginal imports on commercial terms, one could take care of the immediate requirements. It is in this context that this hope was expressed. But then, as you know very well, apart from the drought of 1972, which was a global phenomenon, not only in India, but a whole set of distortions have taken place in the last 2 years, which most of the economists in the world have never anticipated in the past. The energy crisis, the cost escalation, the trebling and 4 times the fertilizer costs, and so on. A whole series of aberrations have taken place, and this is where the forthcoming World Food Conference, if it provides some guidelines and delinks politics from food production, then I can see again there is a hope.